Happy New Year's there, folks. It is December 30th, 2020, and damn, it's good to have this year ending. I am going to do my top 5 miniseries for the year. And this is, my own opinion, because my opinion are the only ones that matter to me, but you may have different ones. Who knows? Okay, so number 5 would be Devil's Highway by Benjamin Percy, Brent Schoonover, and Nick Filardi. This is done by AWA Upshot Comics, which, from what I understand, most of the series are just, they have a, it's a miniseries, 4, 5, 6 issues per story. Boom. And then they are going to do, I guess it does well, they're going to do a second miniseries. So, it's kind of like an ongoing series, but each arc is a miniseries. This is about a woman whose father was murdered. She'd been, and she comes back to try and figure out who killed the man. She is a vet, Afghan, army vet, who was dishonorably discharged due to various circumstances. And the story is, the investigation is set in the world of trucking, and it deals with sex trafficking. I did not know what to think when I picked up the first book. It seemed pretty, didn't know, but I was really intrigued. The characters are, I don't want to say standard, I mean, every once in a while you do hear about, the dishonorable vet who got kicked out dishonorably because they did the right thing, but I don't know. But I did like the story. It's just a daughter who has regrets that she drifted far apart from her father, and now she's trying to solve his murder. It was really well done. I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. Then we have a second AWA Upshot series, The Resistance. Now, this is written by J. Michael Straczynski, and there's Mike Diato Jr. Okay, on the art, and I tell you, I enjoy anything written by JMS. Ever since Babylon 5 came out in the early 90s, the TV show, I am just, anything I see with his name on it, pick it up. He does some incredible stuff. In January, the second part of this, volume 2 of this is going to start coming out. And this man must have some sort of, sooth power, some sort of seeing into the future type thing, because I know this had to have been, he started to write this a while ago. It is a story where a virus, but this one is from space, not from China, comes in and just starts wiping out a lot of the population. And then all of a sudden, it stops. So yes, there's what I'm saying is the future thing is the virus, not, where it's from or, The fact that it kills off half the damn population and, stuff. That's, But anyway, so you have, all of a sudden it just stops. And then you have the president and his national security advisor and other people trying to figure out, and, people from other countries trying to figure out, wait a minute, what happened? What's that on my arm? What time is it? Anyway, trying to figure out why all of a sudden just stopped. But then all of a sudden, people start developing superpowers. Not all of them. Just a small percentage of the population. People who had the disease and survived. So they're developing superpowers. And so the government is saying, okay, well, let's just take this. And it's sort of along the lines of the boys, the government is sitting there going, okay, you come work for us, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. And then there are some people who are just like, no. Because they didn't like being taken care of. And so there is a resistance. But this is with a JMS twist. JMS doesn't do things the regular way. It is quite interesting, and I have to say, it is fantastic. I'm going to give this a 4.0 out of 5. Number 3. Dead Planet. This is by Aftershock Comics. Written by Ryan Parrott, Parrott, and then EVG ENIV Barnyakov. I'm suspecting it's kind of like Russian or in that area. Dead Day. This is a new take on the zombie story. The basic gist of this is all of a sudden people who have been dead start coming back to life. Not all of them, but just certain ones. And it happens, like Halloween, it happens once a year. Thanksgiving happens once a year. Christmas once a year. But this doesn't. It happens. And then it could be another year and a half, a couple years before it happens again. Or just a few months. And they're sentient. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But different things happen. Some of them just come back to try and get, closure with their family. Some of them try and do stuff. And then other people who try and get revenge on the people that killed them. So basically this story follows a family. The mother used to date a guy back in the day, and he got killed. And then it's her husband and her 2 kids. Right? Now, the guy that she used to date is one of the people that comes back. And he is out to kill the people, take revenge on the people who killed him. And he comes to get her to help. Weird. I think it just started to snow out there, or hail or something. So you have that going on. You have the son who, when they're at a store to stock up for supplies, because it may last, 2 or 3 days. So they're going to get supplies, and he runs into some cute teenage girl, his age, who he starts talking to, and she is in a group. It's sort of like a cult they're a kind of a Dead Day cult. They I don't want to say worship, but they follow the stuff, they know about the stuff. And she invites him to a party, and the mom's like, yeah, no, you're not going to go do that shit. Well, turns out that he and his friend sneak out later that night to go to that party. And so you've got that going on, and you've got what's going on with the mother. It's pretty interesting. So I'm going to give that a 4.0 out of 5. Okay, now you have number 2, Count Crawley, Reluctant Midnight Monster Hunter. Now, I have to tell you, I love this book. I almost put it number 1. The basic story of this is there's a woman who is a newscaster. And she has kind of a bit of a problem with imbibing with liquid libations. And she is sent to a Renaissance fair to do some fluff story on the local mead dealer there. And it's this award-winning mead. And it turns out that she just blows the whole story that this guy is, it's basically like boxed wine or something like that. And she just embarrasses herself on air, embarrasses this guy. And then all of a sudden, she gets back, she's fired. The news director of the station, or the director of the station, likes her, says, look, we're having issues. The local horror host has disappeared. I'm going to give you a chance to take over for this just one last time. Just one more thing that can help you save your career, or you're done. So she takes it, and then it turns out the monsters are real. I have to tell you, this was done by Dark Horse Comics, and one of the authors here is local, or he grew up here. It is a really fun book. Think kind of Elvira, think of Svengoolie, think of, stuff like that. And this is, but a little bit more violent. This is really good. So I'm going to give this a 4.25 out of 5. Now, the last one. Deceased, Dead Planet. Written by Tom Taylor. Wow, dude, I think I just screwed this. There's something wrong with this one. Ah, damn it. Anyway, it's bent. Okay, Tom Taylor's Deceased. All of them are really good. I've been following these since they came out. I don't know what this guy does to get so good, but his stuff is incredible. So this is like the second or third story in the Deceased line. You have the remaining superheroes coming back to try and find a cure. You still have Superman, Kal-El sucking up the sun. All those other people. You have what is his name? Cyborg destroyed on the planet. But he has the cure to the anti-life equation in his head. So they go back, and oh man, this is some incredible stuff. If you have been not following the Deceased stories, get them, because Tom Taylor is a freaking genius when it comes to this. He's just, I don't know. This is incredible. Just, even if you aren't a kind of a zombie fan, because it's sort of like zombies, but not. The situations he puts people into, and then what happens, it's just like, oh shit, just every couple of pages. And don't you think, just when you don't think the stages could be any higher, it gets higher. And so this is the best one of the year. So I'm going to say it's a 4.5 out of 5. And damn, got it. Anyway, that is the best miniseries of the year, in my opinion. And just want to know if you've read any of them. Do you agree with my choices? Do you have any other ones that you want to put in there? And like, subscribe, enjoy your comics. Happy New Year.